All right. Let me figure out how to. Oh, there you go. Hello and welcome to this info session on the exchange program at Humboldt Universität zu Berlin. My name is Xenia and I'm part of the global mobility team and at the international department at Humboldt. I've prepared a few slides about our university in general and some facts on our exchange program, as well as about studying and living in Berlin in general. And if you have any questions, feel free to submit them in the chat or ask them after the presentation. Let's go. There are three big research universities in Berlin, Humboldt Universität, Freie Universität, and the Technical University. And Humboldt Universität is the oldest one of those three universities and the only one which is situated in the eastern part of Berlin. With around 40,000 students and around 400 professors, Humboldt Universität is one of the biggest and strongest research universities in Germany. And Humboldt has 8 faculties, which are subdivided into several departments and are located on 3 central campuses scattered around town. The 9th faculty is our medical faculty, Charité, which we share with the Freie Universität Berlin. However, usually our exchange programs do not include our medical faculty. And I've included a little map of Berlin, so you can see where our campuses are located. We have 3 campuses, the traditional Campus Mitte, which is in the very center of town, the historical Campus Nord, and the modern Campus Adlershof. And in the southwest of Berlin, there's also the site in Dahlem with the teaching and research station for plant sciences. Just a few pictures to give you an impression of what our campus looks like. At Campus Mitte, the humanities, the social sciences, and the faculties of law and economy are situated. And the university's central library, the Jakob and Wilhelm Grimm Zentrum, is also part of Campus Mitte, where it maintains and administers the largest contiguous open access collection in Germany with around 2 million print publications. Next, we have Campus Nord, which is located north of the main building, very close to Berlin's main train station, and is the home of our life science departments, including the university's medical center, Charité. And lastly, we have the natural sciences, together with computer science and mathematics, which are located at Campus Adlershof in the southeast of Berlin. And Berlin-Adlershof is one of the largest science and technology locations in Europe, with excellent working conditions for interdisciplinary research and learning. And here researchers from Humboldt work together with non-university research institutions and companies. So a little bit about our exchange program. Our exchange program is available to undergraduate and graduate students from all disciplines, with the exception of medicine. And there are also a few restrictions when it comes to law or law studies. So you should definitely consult with your international office if you are a law student and want to apply to Humboldt. Please also note that you will be enrolled in the Humboldt department, which corresponds to the major at your home university. And it is possible to take courses at a maximum of 2 departments. In addition, you can also take language courses at our language center. That only applies for undergraduate students. Graduate students are only allowed to take classes from 1 department and language courses from our language center. Many of our departments and institutes offer courses in English. but you should definitely do some research before applying, because there are a few institutes that are a bit more old school and haven't started offering courses in English. So you should definitely check out our course catalog before applying to see if in your field of studies there's sufficient course offerings taught in English if you wish to study in English. Of course, you are also welcome to study in German if you already know German or have already started learning the German language. And the required level of German language skills is B2 to C1, according to the Common European framework of reference for languages. And it can be proven by a certificate, for example, of the Goethe Institute, or a proof of language proficiency from your home institution, or you can also take our online language placement test, which is called C-test, and have to achieve a minimum of 60 points in that test. If you achieve less than 60 points, you are required to attend a language intensive course before the semester starts. And if you exclusively want to attend English language courses, but are a non-native speaker of English, then you're also required to prove your English language skills, either by TOEFL, IELTS, but I assume that doesn't apply to most of the students at your institution. In general, students may register for a 4-week intensive German language course voluntarily if they want to. It takes place in March or in September, and they charge a tuition fee of 450 euros. And the Language Center also offers German courses through all levels throughout the semester for 2 hours per week or 4 hours per week. Our academic year is divided into 2 semesters. We have the winter term, which starts in October, beginning of October, and lectures start mid-October, and exams are usually mid to end February. And then the summer term starts beginning of April. Courses start mid-April, and exams are usually mid to end July. And then some classes require the students to submit term papers, which they need to write after the courses are finished. So they would use the month of August, for example, to write their term papers, or they use that time for makeup exams or to do an internship. So it's technically our summer break, August, it's in September, but a lot of students are still active in either taking makeup exams, writing papers, or doing internships. But for exchange students, they can leave and go home by the end of July or beginning of August. We do not have a minimum GPA required. We do ask students to submit a letter of recommendation with their application. But other than that, if you have all the language requirements, either in German or in English, you're very welcome to come and study at Humboldt. We do have one program that might be interesting to students who do not speak German, and it's offered by Humboldt International Campus, and it's called Berlin Perspectives Program. It offers courses for all students at Humboldt. Most courses are in English or in a combination of English and German, and the program is a very helpful addition for students who wish to stay a full semester at Humboldt, but who cannot find sufficient classes offered in English at their institute or at their department. So they can supplement their curriculum with courses from the Berlin Perspectives program. These courses are free to all students, and currently Berlin Perspectives offers courses in the fields of history and politics, migration and identity, literature and journalism, and urban culture and society. I've added a little snapshot of current classes to the slide. This is usually a very international classroom setting. All courses are focused on either Berlin, on Germany, on Europe, on German history. You can also take German language courses within this program. It's a very welcome addition for most of our international students. They usually take 2/3 of their classes at their institute or at their department, and then they try to supplement their curriculum with 1 or 2 classes from the Berlin Perspectives program. And we also have another initiative specifically designed for international students. It's called HU Go Study, or short HUGS program. It's an initiative of our Welcome Center, and it's available for all international students as well as Humboldt students. All events are free for students, and they're offered in English or in a combination of English and German. They have intercultural trainings, such as intercultural communication, university as a cultural space, or ritual and social practices in university life at Humboldt. They also offer qualification workshops about on academic writing or presentation skills. They have well-being workshops on meditation and breathing techniques, time management, or on how to successfully apply for a job in Germany. And of course, they also have a wide variety of cultural events and networking events, like little walk and talks through different neighborhoods in Berlin, or campus tours, game nights, movie nights, tours to museums and sites. And it's just a really good way of connecting with other international students, but also German Humboldt students, because usually the groups of students who participate in these activities are very mixed, and there's always a few German Humboldt students joining the activities as well. In terms of money, that's what you can expect to spend during a semester abroad at Humboldt. We charge an enrollment fee of 316 euros per semester. That also applies to exchange students, but this enrollment fee already includes a public transportation ticket for all of Berlin and also the surrounding state of Brandenburg. Usually you would pay around 50 euros per month for a public transportation ticket like the one we offer to our students. So students don't need to acquire that because it's already included in the enrollment fee, and they can use it in Berlin and also take little trips outside of Berlin. It's all covered in the semester ticket. They can just show their student ID. Housing, it varies a lot depending on the area you want to live in, depending on which campus you study in and which area might be most convenient for you to live in. Humboldt is trying to assist as many students as possible in finding accommodation by allocating them to selected student dorms in Berlin, and they do offer accommodation primarily to exchange students who are spending a semester abroad at our university. So the chances are very high that you will get a dorm room, and for a dorm room, you will probably pay between 250 and 350 euros per month. If you do decide to just rent a room in a shared apartment outside of campus or outside of these student dorms, you will more likely pay 600 to 700 euros per month. But in any way, our incoming team is very happy to help in finding accommodation and assist our pointing out where to find the platforms to use to connect with students who offer shared apartments and so on. For food, meals, and fun, it really depends on your lifestyle, but we suggest 200 to 300 euros per month. And you also need to pay 125 euros per month for German health insurance, which is also a requirement to receive the study permit to come here. And I think that's about it. Thank you very much for your attention. And open to questions.